process provide adequate consideration for the preferences of municipalities. Rutland's experiences clearly demonstrate yes, and we can serve as a model for other communities to follow. Rutland City worked through its redevelopment authority and Board of Aldermen to define a list of criteria factors important to the community for solar development siting, including size, economics, neighborhood considerations, and choice of site-specific parcels. We provided locations and associated criteria to more than 8 large and small developers with great effect. Our proactive engagement with stakeholders from project conception through design, public outreach, and finally build-out has resulted in a wide range of projects that address the community needs. We have proved that open communication and honest discussions will result in mutually beneficial outcomes. Second question, does the PSV process integrate the needs of the state as a whole with the needs of the individual communities? Again, Rutland's experience is an even more unequivocal yes. What best demonstrates this integration is articulated in one word: resiliency. In 2007, the 90-mile-an-hour hurricane wind event struck Rutland, well before Tropical Storm Irene ravaged the state and destroyed our electrical grid. The City of Rutland determined that our power delivery systems in both transmission and distribution were being put at great risk by more frequent storms of greater intensity. We recognize that society needs to rethink and re-engineer our electrical utility system and move away from poles and wires, twigs and twine, toward a more reliable distributed generation model to further our resilience to inevitable future events. Thank you.
Next is Kim Freed, followed by Carol Irons and Betsy Hardy.
Two minutes is short, so I'll try to read my handwriting as quickly as I can. I am Kim Freed, Chair of the Newark Planning Commission. I want to thank you for letting me testify this evening. I have 2 observations I would like to share with you. We basically have 2 groups at all of the Siting Commission meetings, studies, and hearings, no different than this evening. We have one group which is basically made up out of state, out of country, and in-state developers. They're lobbyists, they're lawyers, they're industry groups, and special interest groups. And they claim everything is fine with siting. It just needs to go faster. This is what I call the money group. The other group is concerned Vermont citizens, Vermont citizen groups, select board members, planning commission members, town managers, and this group is growing every day in numbers. The second group feels that the system is broken and needs to be changed to allow the non-business Vermont citizens and communities to have a strong say in how their towns and communities are developed. If the system is working so well, as Group 1 will tell you it is, why are there so many lawsuits? Why did the governor appoint a special generation siting commission? A 103-page report, which I hope you read. Why did the Public Service Board order docket 8167? Why are there 9 siting House bills and 2 siting Senate bills presently in front of you in a larger and larger group of Vermont citizens and towns demanding change? Please bring democracy back into this process for Vermont citizens. Thank you. I sent it in my email. Thank you.
Next is Carol Irons, followed by Betsy Hardy and Dwayne Peterson.
Thank you. I'm Carol Irons. I'm a resident of Albany. I look from my home at the local wind project. I was involved with that whole process the best of my ability just as a regular citizen, and I found the experience taught me that we have lost our democracy. We now live in a corporatocracy. The whole process is controlled by the corporate interests and those politicians that work for them. I would like to point out that the word renewable is a very special word that was first coined by environmentalists. Wind, sunshine, and flowing waters are renewable. Industrial sites are not. Clear cutting, blasting, bulldozing, miles of impermeable surfaces, light flicker, noise that you hear, and the vibration that you don't hear but that affects the neurological systems of all animals, including the two-legged, industrial sites by people's homes, health effects. These things are not renewable. They are destructive. The destruction of watershed areas that affect all the wildlife that are part of our lifeways. The PSB approval process enables developers to do what they want, wherever they want. This appears to be the Public Service Board's definition of public good. It's the only definition I've ever been able to figure out from their rulings. I would like to suggest 3 improvements of the process. One is to apply the Quechee analysis for the neighbors and the local communities. The second is to replace the Public Service Board, go back to Act 250. And the third is to encourage individual and small town energy projects rather than industrial scale that does not belong on our landscape. Thank you very much.